Keaston Willis is from Sulpher Springs, Texas. He's a 4-year letterman in Division I men's basketball. He is currently in his senior season at the University of Tulsa in Oklahoma. After this season, his plan is to declare for the NBA draft or play professional basketball overseas. When he's not supporting his team on the court, he's supporting causes off the court with Team NILO. Keaston Willis, thank you so much for taking the time to share this space and this time to share your story. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So here's the thing. There's a lot that can be learned from fishing, a hobby you've enjoyed for so many years of your life alongside your grandfather. So I want to start out by getting really deep to start this conversation. What lessons have you learned about life while fishing with your grandfather?
Probably the most obvious one would be patience, obviously, especially on a slow day fishing. If you're not just reeling them in every cast, you got to be patient. You got to wait on the fish. They might be biting, they may not be biting. So patience is definitely something I learned. That's the obvious one. Another one would be, so like fishing, there's a bobber, and like for fishermen, everybody will know what a bobber is, but it's the floaty on top to where it holds the bait at the bottom. And when a fish takes the bait, the bobber will go under, so you know a fish is on. So during like patient, waiting and being patient, when that bobber goes under, like that's your opportunity. And to translate that into life, certain people get certain opportunities, and when that opportunity comes, like you have to take it. So kind of just taking advantage of the moment that is given to you.
As much fishing as I've done in my life, I've never thought about it that way with the bobber and that representation of an opportunity. So excited to share that with my kids when I go home tonight.
Yeah, it can get real deep.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so fishing is, of course, not your only passion. Let's talk about basketball now. As a 4-year letterman in Division I basketball, you are now in your senior season at the University of Tulsa. So as you prepare for a professional career in the sport, let's pause a moment. When was it, Keaston, that you knew you wanted to make a career out of basketball?
So growing up, basketball was always just, playing sports in general was fun to me. But basketball just had a different feeling. It's just what I really love to do. And then, it was just something I played outside and, got deeper into it, started playing for teams in the summer and things like that. But I would say really my 8th grade year, I really started taking it serious. It wasn't just, a game to me anymore. Like I wanted to start working out and, trying to make a career out of this. So that's pretty much led me to where I am now. So
that's awesome. I love that you knew what you wanted so long. So we've all heard practice makes perfect. That's what they say. But as you mentioned just a moment ago, even with all the practice in the world, patience is important. Patience is required. So this is true when it comes to fishing, basketball, and just life in general. Can you share a personal story of when you had to practice patience?
Practice patience. A big moment in my life where I had to practice patience. It relates to basketball. So I've always been, somewhat good at basketball. I've been, blessed to play the game. But for some reason in high school, I wasn't on anyone's radar. College coaches, they knew I could play. They would tell me I'm good and very talented, but they didn't want to take that chance on me for some reason. And I could never figure out. So leading up to my senior year, like things started to get a little nerve-wracking. No offers. So I'm starting to think like this is what I want to do, but I might have to start thinking about, plan B. And that's never really what I wanted to do. Luckily, I was blessed to get a last-minute offer from the University of Incarnate Word. So they took a chance on me, and I had to be real patient in that. So it was tough during that time. Patience sucks sometimes because when it's something you really want, you kind of want it now. But patience teaches you a lot of things, and it worked out for the better. So
Absolutely. And so thank goodness that plan B wasn't, that you held on to plan A,
right,
and
right.
yeah, with a bit of patience. Um, so let's go back to the topic of passion. Off the court, you're passionate about giving back. When it comes to causes, Keaston, what cause are you passionate about and why?
There's a couple. I love giving back to kids, um, especially kids with cancer and special needs. Um, with the influence like us athletes have, it means a lot coming from us to give back to these kids and put a smile on their face. Um, to be personal, I lean more towards the special needs side. I have a brother that passed away when he was 9, I believe. So a little while back, I think I was 12. He was born with some disease. It's a super long name. It's kind of hard to pronounce, but he was born with um, a special need, and you know, seeing when he would smile and things like that, like it just means a lot. They value things that we would just kind of walk over sometimes. So, it means a lot to give back to special needs kids and put a smile on their face. So,
Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate
yeah,
that.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
Um, so you have a unique opportunity in working with Team Nilo to use your personal platform to be of service to causes and nonprofits. So, why do you think this kind of work is so important?
Um, why is it important? I was blessed with the game. Like I've stated before, um, I was blessed with the skill to play this game at a high level, and not everybody gets to do that. So, with the influence I have, kind of just to piggyback off what I said, like it means a lot coming from me to somebody else. Sometimes people kind of view us as on top or of other people, but we're normal people just like everybody else. Really just giving back to the community and um, these kids and everything. It means a lot. It's super important to me.
I love that. I love that because while you are out there in getting lots of wins, to be able to give a win to someone else
Right.
through these acts it's awesome. Um,
100%.
so, one more question for you today. What is it that you would like to say to other student athletes like yourself that are listening in? What do you want to say?
Hmm. Get involved. Um, like I've said, like we have a special influence that we were blessed with, that comes along with being a student athlete. Take initiative in those things and give back to the community because with our influence that we have, it means a lot. While you're doing the work on the court or on the field or whatever sport you may play, um, there's people that are watching you, not only just for your performance sake, but they're watching you as a person as well and what you do. So you have a huge influence, and yeah, just take initiative in your community.
I love that. And as you're sharing that, I'm thinking of your bobber analogy and the opportunities that we have in our life and the opportunities to give back. And so when you see that bobber go down, like,
Right.
at the hook, do it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate you, Keaston, for sharing this time, sharing your story, for helping all of us become a bit more aware now. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am. Thank you. I appreciate it.